It is time for a Power Wagon update. But I'm having trouble staying focused. As many of you know, my 1978 Dodge Power Wagon has an industrial 413 Wedge engine that came out of a 1972 motorhome. Yes, they did run the 413s well into the 70s in the industrial applications. After only 3,000 to 4,000 miles since the supposed complete rebuild, the engine developed a severe lifter noise. This one. That ended up being a wiped cam lobe and completely destroyed lifter. Further engine inspection led to finding some pretty severe rust in 2 of the cylinders. This is most likely caused by decades of this engine sitting inside of a rotting motorhome before it was dropped into my 78 Power Wagon. And also a previous build where someone got real creative with a spray paint can. I mean, who spray paints the inside of an oil pan? What is that? So it's definitely time for a complete overhaul. And even though I'm disappointed in what was found with this engine, I'm not too upset because the price I paid for this rust-free Arizona body was worth it. Look how clean this thing is. Even if it didn't have an engine in it at all, I would have handed this guy his asking price. So I start looking locally for machine shops. I can't find one that's interested or even open. It's a dying art. And through my viewers, I learned of this father and son duo who have a machine shop and also film YouTube videos. And this would be Jim's Automotive Machine Shop Inc., also known as JAMSIonline, who've built themselves quite the reputation of doing absolute quality work as well as top quality educational and entertaining videos. And it couldn't be better that it's a father and son duo, just like my son Caleb and I. That's what they do. When I reached out to them, to my surprise, they accepted the job, overhauling this engine, doing the machine work, and also doing performance upgrades.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
And I've given them free reign for all of it. Does it get any better than knowing you're getting quality machine work done to your engine while at the same time watching the process on video? It's something most people can only dream of. You cannot find that anywhere. In Jamsy's part 1 video, Nick goes through the teardown, inspection, and cleanup, where he finds basically an untouched 1972 bottom end. I was told by the previous owner that built this Power Wagon that it had 30 over pistons in it, which was either a complete lie or someone lied to him. We can see in these pictures dished pistons and a stock bore size of the cylinder walls. But I'm actually happy about this find. It means we will be able to do what we want, starting from a solid stock foundation. Within the comments of this part 1 video, many of Jamsy's community mentioned how thick the cylinder walls are on the industrial 413 blocks, and that they can actually be bored out to a 440 size. I believe the specs for the 413 are 4.125. I might be off on that number. And the 440 engine is 4.350. That is a huge amount of metal. But this is where Nick picks this back up in his part 2 video of this series. So what are the plans for this 413? Jamsy's thumbnail is the giveaway. We're going to bore and stroke this thing. But before we gut these cylinder walls to a potential 440 bore size, Nick is gonna measure the cylinder wall thickness with something I haven't seen since my last kid during an ultrasound. Pretty cool stuff. Did you see the block is marked with an arrow with 0.025? I have questions, as I'm sure you do too. And what about the rust in those 2 cylinders? Will the bore size we are going with eliminate that rust, or will sleeves be needed? Nick also discusses further why the cam and lifter failed, as many of you commented on both of our channels during this series that today's oils lack the zinc needed for flat tappet cams. Was that the cause? Or was there something else involved too? Valve spring coil binding is not even a term I was familiar with. As an electronic diagnostic technician, we don't deal with these things. But wait until you see what Nick finds. So head over to JAMSIonline and watch their part 2 video of this build. I felt like a kid in a candy store as I watched it for the first time. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for all notifications. Do the same thing for us here on this channel, and we'll keep you guys updated on the process as it goes. Thank you guys so much. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.